We all know how good Gaël Monfils is as a professional tennis player. Being the #1 French player currently, he is rocking on the court and off the court. Any other player can't match his showmanship and athleticism on the court, which is certainly true of his enviable luxury lifestyle too. From multi-million-dollar sponsorship deals and a beautiful love story to being the proud owner of stunning luxury cars, houses, and more, Monfils' life is something unique and fascinating. Bio. Often nicknamed La Monf or Slider Man due to his unique slide technique, Monfils has a French-Caribbean ancestry. Gaël Sébastien Monfils was, however, born and brought up in Paris. His father, Rufin Monfils, was a former football player from the Caribbean island of Guadeloupe and also worked as an agent for France Telecom. His mother, Sylvette, was a nurse from the nearby island of Martinique. Like Gaël, his younger brother Daryl Monfils also plays tennis. Do you know that once Gaël and Daryl played doubles in the 2012 Open Sud de France? However, they lost in the first round. In an interview by ATP, he said that his family is his greatest strength, and his achievements were possible only because of the support he received from his family. We all know that Monfils is not all about tennis. On October 20th, 2021, he told L'Equipe, "People sometimes say, you play tennis, so stick to tennis. Yes, I am a good tennis player, but I have hobbies. They want to put us in a box, but for most of us, we can become great at other things as well. The most important word for me is discipline." He usually spends around 6 to 7 hours of training a day and uses his free time to do swimming, play games, listen to music, and so on. He says that music is a big part of his life. So obviously, Monfils is pretty chill and likes to hang out. This can even be seen while he's on the court. Apart from tennis, he loves basketball and is a swagger in it. Monfils' Instagram profile shows more glimpses of his wet jumper and ankle-breaking skill. He also follows football and WWE, and Lionel Messi and John Cena are his favorites, respectively. Star romance. Gaël Monfils has dated tennis players like Dominika Cibulkova and Elise Cornet. However, both the relationships didn't last long. However, Gaël Monfils and Ukrainian tennis player Elina Svitolina tied the knot on July 16, 2021 in Geneva after getting engaged in April. Svitolina wrote on Instagram, "Best day of my life." The tennis power couple made the big announcement in their joint Instagram account, Gems Life, fashioned through a series of coordinated posts. Gems represents their combined initials of Gaël, Elina, Monfils, Svitolina. It was in 2019 that the relationship was finally made public. Monfils proposed to Svitolina during a 4-hour hike in the mountains. Although Monfils was nervous initially, it turned out well, and Svitolina once said she was very happy that it happened. They got engaged in April 2021. In a casual interview to the ATP Tour, Elina Svitolina and Gaël Monfils shared how they met each other. Although both of them went to the same tournaments before 2018, they had only a slight acquaintance. But they picked up quickly after they went for a drink together in Paris later that year. Svitolina was glad that she ended up marrying a tennis player, as both of them could understand each other better and could be there for each other as well. Isn't it nice to have someone as your partner who aims for the same goals as you do? Lifestyle. So, where and how does he spend his money? Even though not an ultra-lavish spender, if you were to go by Monfils' characteristics, it's pretty easy to guess that he likes to spend money on luxuries. Monfils owns a Mercedes SLR McLaren. It is worth around $381,290, and also owns the latest version of Audi R8 V10 Plus, worth $191,000. He currently lives in Trellex, Switzerland. Trellex is just 10 kilometers away from the French border. In 2016, the Frenchman bought a penthouse at the Paraíso complex in the East Edgewater area of Miami. The price of the penthouse is yet to be revealed. However, similar penthouses at the Grand Paraíso are priced from $2.5 to $4 million. Monfils' new penthouse sits atop Grand Paraíso. The penthouse measures approximately 2,000 square feet and has 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. It has modern open-planned living spaces and a massive 10-foot ceiling. It also features floor-to-ceiling glass windows, a 600-plus square foot wraparound terrace with a stunning panoramic view sweeping over Biscayne Bay and the city's skyline. The facilities available to the residents of the Paraíso community are also excellent. These include a tennis club, pro shop, and 5 tennis courts, fitness center and spa, golf simulator, bowling alley, cigar lounge, wine cellar, private marina, waterfront beach club. The list goes on and on and on. This penthouse is just overwhelming, even for a luxury lifestyle. No wonder the tower complex has attracted a host of sports star buyers, with Alex Rodriguez, Manu Ginobili, and Aranza Sanchez Vicario. A lesser-known fact about Monfils is that he is an avid watch enthusiast. He owns some serious high-level luxury creations like Brigitte, Blancpain, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, and the list goes on. His most valuable watches include a $280,000 MB&F LM Thunderdome, Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Jumbo Extra Thin Honey Dial, and a Kari Voutilanen GMT 6-piece Unique. Monfils also regularly involves himself in charity work. Recently, in January 2021, Monfils and his wife Svitolina had promised to donate $100 for every ace they serve in the next 2 tournaments. Similarly, during the COVID lockdown in 2020, Gaël Monfils participated in an online FIFA tournament organized by Nicolas Maheu, another French tennis player. The proceedings received from the tournament were donated to hospital staff. A track star? Long before tennis was on the horizon, Monfils was a track star. According to his former track coach in school, he was an athletic prodigy, and he believed that if Gael had continued with it, he might even have competed in the Olympics at the age of 13 and 14. He was the fastest in the 100-meter championships in the country. Such was his talent. His track career didn't materialize only because of his love for tennis. As Monfils himself says, his career is a lot about emotion and passion. He is a master of trick shots and cheeky plays. He does these even in finals. In 2004, Gael became a combined world #1 junior player and won the Australian Open, Wimbledon Grand Slam, and French Open as a junior. His career highlights include reaching the semifinals of the Grand Slam singles 2 times in the 2008 French Open and 2016 US Open. Monfils won 10 ATP World Tour singles and has been runner-up 22 times. During his career, he has regularly competed against a top player. He beat the King of Clay, Rafael Nadal, twice out of the 9 times they both competed. Gael is often mentioned in the list of greatest tennis players who never won the Grand Slam. Despite these bright achievements and being renowned for trying high-risk shots even in finals, Gael's career has often been blighted with injuries. In 2016, he rose to a career-high ranking of 6 in the ATP rankings. Although Monfils ended 2020 with a bang by winning 2 tournaments, the onset of the coronavirus forced lockdown severely impacted his form. Net worth, endorsement, and sponsors. The tennis star, however, continues to earn big through huge endorsement deals and sponsorships. Gaël Monfils has several sponsors throughout his career. As of 2021, his estimated net worth amounts to $10 million. To date, he has earned precisely $19,228,041 in prize money from various ATP tours. Now that is a lot of money. Nike sponsored him, but in 2010 he switched to K-Swiss. In 2013, Monfils had a shoe and apparel deal with Asics. In 2014, Monfils signed a 3-year deal with Debatoon, a Swiss company which manufactures high-end watches. Later, in 2015, he also signed a 3-year deal with France-based fashion designer company Daniel Hector. Monfils also has a racket deal with Wilson and endorses Wilson Ultra Tour racket. However, on close inspection, one could notice that he uses a painted Wilson H19 racket to make it look like a Wilson Ultra Tour. His partnership with Wilson started in 2016, and before that, he was with Head & Prince. In 2018, eToro, a fintech company known for providing brokerage and financial services in many countries, announced a collaboration with the French tennis player. Similarly, he also collaborated with Rokit, a global telecommunication company that sponsors players like Johanna Konta and Stan Wawrinka. That's it in today's video, guys. What do you think of Gaël Monfils' lifestyle? Will he be able to regain his form? Let us know in the comment section below.